Sorry, that's the textbook. All right. So now that you have learned how to make a single nail texture map, which is this, the single nail texture map, I'm fixing to show you how to take this texture and other textures that you have and put it on a full set texture map that looks like this, so you could create them on IMVU Create. Alright, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to go to your folder where you got your single nail designs at and find which design that you want to go on which nail. Now my nails are going to be different, so just follow along what I do so you could catch on to how to do this, because it can be a little detailed. So the first thing you do is find the texture that you're going to use. I'm going to use the pink nail design that I just used. And you take that picture and you drag it out onto GIMP. And as you can see, that layer will be on there. And in your layer toolbox, you will see the layer of the coffin nail opacity map. And yes, an opacity map looks like this. Opacity map is basically a black and white map that basically allows the it allows the create, I guess, the create mode on IMVU to show only the things that's on the texture map that's white, and everything that's blacked out it will not show. So the lighter your opacity product that you are creating is, the more it'll show on the create simulator on IMVU. The darker it is, the less it will show. So remember that. Alright, so let me cut this texture back on. And the way that you can see different textures, if you see right here on your layers, if you see, you'll see an eyeball. You can always click that so you can see what's up under there. And what's just look at the different textures. Anyway, let's go on with the lesson because I'm rambling. Okay, how to put this single nail texture onto the texture map. The first thing you would do is right click and go down to where it says add alpha channel. Then you will go to your toolbox and you will click this little wand thing with, it's like a wand with a yellow spark coming out the top of it. It's the fuzzy select tool. You're going to click that, and then you're going to see it pop up on the screen, and you're going to basically click the white part that is around that texture map on the screen. Once you do that, simply hit delete, and it'll delete all of that white from around that texture. Now on the toolbox, excuse me, you're going to click the move button and make sure that move the active layer is selected on your toolbox, and make sure you have your move tool selected. Now we're going to basically take this texture, single nail texture, and set it up on a nail, and we're going to basically take that nail and stretch it out till it covers that whole nail, that whole opacity map that's below it. So get your select tool, select around that texture only, go to your scale tool, click that map, you'll see it select around that single nail texture and stretch it to how long you need it to be to cover this nail. Remember that even if you end up going outside of the texture map a little bit, it's only going to show what's on the opacity map up under it. Like the white part that's on the opacity map up under it, it will only show only what's in those regions. on the texture map that you're creating. So if you go outside of the lines, don't worry about it. It'll be all right. It's not something dramatic. So once you do that, you're going to scale it. I'm going to move this tool down. I'm going to have to select the whole thing now because it's not allowing me. Just a second. Okay. It's floating right now, so we're going to basically oh, it's still recording. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. It's floating right now, so basically what I'm going to do is go to my layer box, go to add new texture, and as you see when I do add new texture, it makes it full. Then we're going to go back to that texture map, right click, go down to duplicate layer. Now you see it's 2 layers like that. You're still on your move tool on your toolbox. So basically you're going to select that nail that you just created and move it over onto the other nail. Then I'm going to duplicate again because I want all these nails to be pink except for the ring finger, and this one is the ring finger. Just think of it this way, pinky, well, however, we'll see how it turns out. All right, now I'm going to do something a little bit different with this. I'm going to add a rainbow nail in the center of this, so I'm going to do the same procedure that I just did a second ago all over again. Check my fuzzy tool, click it. Oh, wait a minute, I skipped a step. When you mess up, you can always go to the toolbox up there and hit edit and undo whatever step that you just did. Okay, now go to layer, add alpha channel. Now go to your fuzzy tool, click it, and delete. Click your move tool, make sure that it's on move the active layer. Get your select tool, select around that texture map. Get your move tool, move that texture map over. Use your fuzzy tool because if you look, this is a part of that picture and it's showing white, so you got to fuzzy all that out. Delete all that out using your fuzzy tool. Go back and select it again. And we're going to scale it now. Remember, use your scale tool to pull it as high as you need it to be and as low as you need it to be and as wide as you need it to be so that it can be covered by the whole nail